think that it's really important to figure out what kind of person they are. So if they're an analytical person, I'm going to spend a bunch more time on the numbers. If they're a driver like you, I'm going to be much more to the point, just like boom, 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 boom. And then figuring out, if the husband is analytical and the wife is emotional, I'll say, what are your concerns or what are your fears? And kind of use the language that each person is going to respond to.
Okay, and so how much time do you spend touring the house?
I spent a lot of time doing the personalities and that kind of stuff. I find it really interesting. And, being able to present to your audience and I was just talking to Jeff here about how you can have two different agents, and one of them can be actually a much weaker agent, but if he gets along with that seller better, they may go with him just because they like him more. So being able to tailor your presentation and your persona to who's in front of you, I think can make a huge difference in the success or failure of your listing. And I'm really high. I'm in the mid 90s on my listing presentations that I get. So I'm proud. Everybody's proud of that. That's a good number to have.
In their moment. So, I always like to tell my real estate team about the time we had our first child. The nurses acted like it was the 29th child of the day. They didn't care. Oh, here's a kid. Congratulations. Wouldn't it have been nice if they said, what a beautiful little baby. You guys are so lucky. This is so amazing. They didn't care. They didn't create that magical moment that Disney talks about. And so when I go into a listing presentation, it's the first time I've ever been to a house. It's the first, you create the magical moment. Wow, guys, this is a special home. You guys have done a great job. You must really love this house. And you create a magical moment for them.
Wow. And so you're knocking one of those out right when you answer the door. You're like, hey, Pat, how you doing? Great house. I can get this home sold.
Wow, what great curb appeal. What a neighborhood. You guys did a good job. This is a nice home. Absolutely.
I can get this sold for you.
They're going to like you a lot if you started off like that. So I bring my listing agent with me. She might write anything that will help sell the property. She'll write it down. Okay. But once we've gotten the listing signed for sure, she'll spend as much time as she needs to make sure that we have every bullet point of everything that we can help them, every highlight of that property to help get it sold faster.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So she's with you. What is her job?
So she helps me with conversation. So we like to be not necessarily good cop, bad cop, but she's the good cop, I'm the bad cop. I come in a little more aggressive. She's the really nice, high-eye, fluffy cat person. She does a really good job at talking with the female in the room if there's a female, and I'll spend more time with the male. Okay. Naturally, that's how our flow works, but it could be reversed depending on who the dominant is.
Got it.
Anytime I have a pause because I'm looking at anything, she'll fill my gaps. And then she's actually the person taking the listing. So I do the presentation, I get them to sign the listing agreement, and then she is their agent from the time we get the listing until the house closes.
Okay. And you tell them that?
I don't usually tell them that until the presentation.
I'm trying to build rapport. I'm looking at their trophies, their golf trophies, their fishing trophies, to create some type of bond and have a conversation. Yeah. So
let me ask you about that. So when you're walking through the house, first of all, you take them with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And how long will you spend walking through the house?
Oh, not very long. I mean, it's just a quick through.
Are you taking notes, or does someone come back and do that?
Yeah, I'll take a few notes,
More for show?
Yeah, just really I'm just looking at the house, and I'm trying to see the condition of the home. Okay, because I'm going to have to talk about that, right? I'm going to try to find, this guy, played in the Pro-Am or did this or that. I'm going to find common ground to talk about. The kids play baseball, and my son played travel ball or whatever. We're going to have conversations about what I learned in their house before we go back and sit down.
How important is it to build rapport?
I think it is important as long as you find few commonalities you can build on. You know, if you find that he's a Blackhawks fan, I'll go there. You know, and I'll have a little bit more conversation about that. You know, or something what we have in common. You know, I don't know, in sports or in business. If he's a business owner, I can relate to that. You know, we can start talking a little bit in that conversation. I mean, or if he's moving there, and, oh yeah, I know, he's moving, let's say in Charleston. Oh yeah, great city. I've been there a few times. Do you need
Okay, so what sort of questions do you use that will bring out?
Okay.
Or are you just looking on the wall, seeing if there's a Blackhawk stuff, or do you ask? Do you watch sports? I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, usually I try to seize. I'm looking just what they have in the house. Either some trophies or you can get a sense real quickly what they have on the walls. How old their children, or if I can't get anything from environment, then I would ask so then I go a lot of times where they moving, and then start asking about that city. So you're moving to Nashville, right? Yeah, right. So I've been in Nashville a few months ago. Where Nashville exactly moving? And I start to build on that.
So when are you building rapport? Like in this time frame?
In a time frame while we're walking, and in the beginning,
while you're walking,
while I'm walking,
that's rapport time.
That's that's really rapport time. That's 5 or 10 minutes. That's building a rapport, but not too much. I don't want to become too friendly.
Why?
I still want to keep that authority. Of that appointment. I want to be in charge of that appointment.
Right.
Yeah.
I can remember in the past
Yeah.
losing listings, and they would say to me, we interviewed 3 agents, and when it came to going out and having a beer with one of these 3 agents, we would love to hang out with you.
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to who was going to professionally get our house sold,
Yeah.
we picked the other guy.
Yeah.
And it would kill me. And I think that was what I did wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I almost built rapport too much.
Too much,
right?
yeah.
I mean, after that 10-minute walk, you're done. Rapport
Yeah.
building's over. Zip.
Yeah. It's back to business. Ideally I want to have 3 things, that I can build on. I have to have in common. It could be, I don't know,
Family.
kids going in the same school. He's a business owner, I'm a business owner, or maybe sports, or maybe I was in the
What
same
about,
place.
you gotta have something for the wife too. I mean,
Yeah, or yeah,
Kids.
Kids. They have 3 kids. I have 3 kids.
Right.
I can shoot a couple of sentences there.
Yeah,
Boom!
yeah.
I have this planet, and so I have like
so you're looking for
3 things.
commonality.
Commonalities. Yeah.
Why? What are you looking for?
I-
What's the philosophy
Oh,
behind
I think
commonality?
I think I've heard it from Tony Robbins a long time ago that if you find with someone 3 commonalities, you become friends. If you have 2, you become acquaintances. I think if you have 3, you naturally fall in sync. You naturally fall in sync, and that's kind of an automatic report.
So they're Italian,
Yeah.
and you'd be like, oh, I've been to Italy.
Yeah, I've been in Italy. Yeah.
Or my sister-in-law's from
Friend
Italy,
in Italy,
Italian.
Yeah.
That boom, bing,
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Then they have a kid in 6th grade. Oh, my son's in 6th grade. Bing, 2.
Bing 2, yeah.
And then you
I'm
look for
looking
third.
Third one, kind of,
You're
yeah.
looking at,
It doesn't happen all. Sometimes it could be
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
but that's kind of my goal while I'm working. I want to find 3 commonalities.
3 commonalities.
So if I need it, I can pull it back and
I
then
like
start
that
building on it.
psychological goal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Like a commonality for each floor.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
You're just looking for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
Where'd you guys meet? And then,
Mhm.
here, bing, I've been there before.
been
I
there.
used to hang out there, actually.
Yeah.
My wife and I went on a date there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
A good solid listing presentation will get you somewhere. what the experts know is to sell to personality types. So you have the D, the I, the S, and the C. I cannot sell to all 4 of them the same way. So I cannot call an amiable personality Mr., Mr., Mr. He's going to want me to call him his first name. I cannot speak, with the authoritative
so that Mr.
tone.
Hyben, like, I felt like the whole time I should say, call me Pat, but I didn't. I mean,
Right, if you did,
Do most people
you
say
would have
that?
been Pat.
okay.
But I know you, Pat, to be a D personality. So I'm stroking your ego by calling you Mr. Also, I'm pretty direct in all of my answers. I'm not dancing and I'm not telling a long story because I know that's not what you want. So I'm selling. And when I sit down, I'm going to see who the decision maker is simply by asking, where would you guys like me to sit? And if the wife looks over to the husband and the husband says, sit there, I already know who's in charge. I'm gonna have a feel of that. Then I'm gonna start reading personality types by the way they're dressed, by the way they talk to me, by the way they navigate the room, all of that. If an amiable person's going to take me through the home and show me all the things and talk about their family, a D is going to go, let's sit down and talk. They're not going to want to talk about the fluff. Intellectual type's going to want to talk about the numbers and the figures.
Right.
I'm prepared for that. I didn't bring out the numbers and figures for you because I knew that wasn't the right way to sell your personality. The expressive is going to be more of the partier, the enjoyable time. So
Right.
I'm going to make this I'm going to tell more jokes.
Okay.
I tell a lot of jokes to you. You're not going to take me seriously, and you're not going to hire me. So
You just ask them, what do you do for a living? They're like accountant. Boom. You're going to go to the numbers.
Maybe.
If you see pictures of them with like famous people, politicians or whatever on the wall, you're going to be like, this guy's fun. Let me tell some jokes.
That and how he talks. Is he direct? Is he indirect? Is he talk in stories? Does he talk in examples? Does he tell me about him? Do I have to drag it out of him? All of those things are part of it. But you know what? That didn't start at the house. It started on the pre-qualification. It started in our initial conversation. See, our initial conversation, I have one objective: get an appointment. Our second conversation is pre-qualify for motivation and understand the personality style. So when I prepare my toolkit, which is, my unique selling propositions, the different paperwork I'm going to bring with me, I'm prepared to present to their needs and their personality. That's what the really successful agents do. Mm-hmm. That's the next level stuff.
Right.
And one thing I'll tell you that I'd like your listeners and whoever's watching this to know is, they may be thinking like, wow, Dan's pretty polished, or some of these other people that have been interviewed, they're very polished. How am I going to get there? I want them to remember this. Anything you lack in skill or experience, you can make up for in energy and enthusiasm.